Yo, what's going on, y'all? Spoiler Upload to the House, bringing you the latest episode of Road to the Show, featuring my closing pitcher, Henry Gardner from the Chicago Cubs. And today I'm bringing you another mashup. I think this is 5 appearances, 5 save opportunities. And I also wanted to talk about the upcoming All-Star game and Yasiel Puig, the things he's been doing, what's been going on with him in the news lately as far as his arrogance or cockiness or whatever it's been perceived, and whether or not I thought he should have made the All-Star team. First, let me introduce you to this particular gameplay. This first appearance is taken on the Cardinals. I know my last few videos, if you haven't seen them, they'll be linked in the description, of course. But my last few videos have featured me taking on the Cardinals. I mean, and it just kind of broke out that way. You know, I got my first 2 wins against them. I got my first save against them, I believe. So, I mean, you know, I'm not doing it on purpose or anything, or just abusing the Cardinals, in case you guys are wondering. But yeah, I don't know, man. Henry's doing a great job. He's already, at the end of this video, he'll be up to 10 saves. As you saw, he got the first out pretty quickly. We're in a 1-0 game, so definitely no room for error. I'm facing off against the Cardinals in New Busch Stadium. Beautiful place to watch a baseball game. I've actually been there with my wife before. We went and saw the Seattle Mariners, my favorite team, take on the Cardinals a couple years back. And it was awesome, except, you know, Pujols homered on us and we lost. But I saw Ichiro play one of the last times before he got traded away from my favorite team, the Mariners. So it was pretty cool. That was back when Milton Bradley was with the team, too. So that was actually the year before he got dealt. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. St. Louis looks amazing. You can actually see from where we sat on the third baseline, pretty much. You can see the arc, the arch or whatever. You can see it from your seat. It's pretty fucking sweet. So yeah, we already got 1 out, I believe, and we're working on. No, we got 2 outs. I'm sorry, and we're trying to get this game ended. Hitting him with the curveball. That curveball has improved so much. Every video, you can kind of tell, that he's just improving in all facets of the game. His fastball has definitely been over 100 for weeks now. But now I've got the 2-seamer, which is awesome. And look at that. What a way to end the game. I totally forgot about that. What a way to end the game. Getting thrown out at second base. So that's save number 1 of the video. I believe it's number 6 on the season. And we'll jump right into the next one. We're actually taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Jason Kubel's up to bat. And the Reds, man, I like them. I've liked them since they had Griffey and Adam Dunn. And congrats to Homer Bailey throwing his second no-hitter in the last year. Dude is on fire, man. Even though he's not having a great season as far as throwing no hitters, I mean, wow, just to have 2 in your career is just unheard of. Have 2 within, the last year or so is just beyond nuts. So congrats to him. But unfortunately, I'm going against his team, so I'm ready to shut them down. We're up 5-3 in the 9th inning, back home at Wrigley, and this batter is Jason Kubel. They got him from Arizona in the offseason because they had too many outfielders in Arizona, so they traded him. I don't remember what they got back in return, but I think it was just some prospects, maybe some cash considerations or something. But Kubel's always been a pretty decent hitter. He's got a great compact swing that generates a lot of power, and he's a 30 home run kind of guy if he can get enough playing time and stay healthy. So be that as it may, I'm going after him, looking to strike him out. He fouls off yet another pitch. This is so annoying because Henry's stamina is not very great, especially as a closer. I didn't really find it important as I hit him with that 2-seamer I was just talking about for the fastball, for the strikeout, 97, 98 miles an hour. And it's just a devastating pitch because as fast as it goes, as fast as Henry can throw it, it has a lot of movement on it as well. So it dips in on right-handed hitters, and against lefties, it kind of just tails away from them at the very last minute, just causing a lot of trouble. Now this particular hitter, who is this? I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Reds anymore. I do like Earlis Chapman. I like Brandon Phillips. Jay Bruce is decent, even though he was getting pumped up so bad that I was kind of turned off to him because they were trying to do just too much as far as getting him, acclaim before he had even done anything. And I like Joey Votto. Joey Votto is an absolute stud. Probably number 2 or 3 on my list of best first basemen in the game. So, he's up there. I like Adrian Gonzalez at maybe it's the best because he's got a great glove and he can hit as well. But anyway, We've got 2 outs, already ahead in this count, 0-2 against another right-handed hitter. We're going right after him. The fastball is definitely the pitch of choice against righties, up and in, and I get him to pop up in foul territory about where they long toss for relief, and that's save number 2. So the video's going by pretty quick. We're already 5 minutes in. And what do you guys think as far as Henry's doing? The All-Star break is coming up, both in real life and in Henry's career. I've got a bunch of stuff already edited. I'm just waiting to do the commentaries on them just in case anything different happens. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on with the PED suspensions looming over A-Rod and Ryan Braun and all them. So if something happens, I want to be able to have something to talk about while you watch this awesome gameplay from Henry. Anyway, we're taking on the Reds again, and actually we're facing the same batter I faced last game. And yeah, this is already the 3rd appearance of the video. And this time I don't get him to pop up in foul territory. He instead takes it back to the warning track, but it's still an out nonetheless. And we're already 1 out into Henry's 3rd appearance. Now, what I want to talk about as you watch, as you watch the gameplay, is Yasiel Puig. This dude is a boss as the Reds pinch hit, bring a lefty on, but actually Henry's got like a 103 batting average against left-handed against lefties. So I mean, it wasn't really a strategic move by Dusty Baker. As the first pitch he takes is a short little squibbler up the middle back to me, and Henry makes the great play. Now we're facing, I think this is actually Joey Votto. So you got to be careful. Look at all those red zones. He is such an animal. He's got a great swing. A 300 hitter, can also hit 40 home runs, driving 140 plus if he gets enough guys to get on base for him. And he's got a great glove. So I mean, he is definitely the total package as a first baseman. That's why I'm a big fan of his. I like guys who do more than one thing. Like a guy like Chris Davis, who's actually been tearing it up with 35 homers already at the All-Star break. I'm cool with him. As you see, I absolutely froze Joey Votto right there with that fastball, 100 plus. But guys like Crash Davis, he's good, but his glove isn't that great. As we're getting ready to take on the Milwaukee Brewers for the 4th of the 5 appearances of the video. So I like guys who do it all. So I mean, as great as Chris Davis is doing, I'm not the hugest fan of his, even though he's doing an amazing job. But anyway, back to Yasiel Puig. This dude is tearing it up. There were some reports that guys like Jonathan Papelbon and some other players, I think somebody from the Braves said something also, that he didn't deserve to go to the All-Star game, which he ended up didn't make. He didn't make the roster from the final fan vote. Congrats to Freddie Freeman, but I still think Puig should have gone. Anyway, there were some guys that say he hadn't played long enough and he hasn't earned his stripes or whatever. I just think it's I think it's BS. It doesn't make sense. He's what the fans want to see, who the fans want to see. Although Freddie Freeman did get 19 million votes. So, I mean, they want to see him too. Braves Nation definitely showed up. Shout outs to Virus. He's linked in the description. He's a big Braves fan. I believe he's doing a Braves franchise mode on MLB 2K13. Even though that game kind of sucks, he does a great job with the commentary. So go ahead and check him out as well. He'll be linked in the description. But anyway, Freeman got 19 million votes, and Yasiel Puig got 16. Both of those broke the all-time record for final fan votes that was previously held by Shane Victorino. He had like 15 million votes. And I don't know. I like Puig's game. He is a definite 5-tool guy. He can run. He can throw. He's got an absolute cannon. YouTube his videos, him throwing guys out already. They're already afraid of him, kind of like when Ichiro first debuted as a rookie in 01 and gunned out Terrence Long at third base all the way from right field. Nobody really ran on him anymore, as I'm trying to strike out Ricky Weeks. But anyway, yeah, Puig does it all. He can hit for power, for average. Speaking of average, he's hitting like 390 or 400 as Henry picks up this is actually the 4th video, I'm sorry, or the 4th save. But he's hitting like 390 in the first 40-plus games of his career. He's the first player in history, as our final appearance is going to be against the San Francisco Giants, the defending World Series champions. We're going to take them on. I'm going to be facing off against Buster Posey initially, and he's awesome. He's the best catcher in the game. But Puig is he's one of those once-in-a-generation kind of players, kind of like Mike Trout, who came up last year and just set the league on fire. And Puig might actually be better than Mike Trout, I mean, as far as comparing rookie seasons, because this guy is doing everything, and his team's actually winning. The Angels didn't make the playoffs last year. I think that's kind of why I think that's why Trout didn't win MVP last year. But Puig and the Dodgers have been playing so well, and it's not all on him, of course. Hanley Ramirez in the same amount of time is actually putting up very comparable stats as well. Actually, he has even more hits than Puig does. But as a rookie, the things this guy is doing, as Henry picks up the strikeout with the up and in fastball 100 plus, let's go. But the things he's doing, it's just unheard of. He had like 40-something hits in his first 100 bats. He's got 8 homers. He's already got 1 homer fewer than Freddie Freeman's got, which is, it's just nuts. The guy is amazing. I've actually watched I've streamed a few different Dodgers games because, I mean, he's must-see TV. That's back like when A-Rod used to come up to the plate, or when, look at this bad call. That's such a terrible call. That was definitely strike 3. But when A-Rod goes to the plate, when Barry Bonds, steroids or not, was coming up to the plate going for the record, it was must-see TV. It was always reported on when he was going to bat, excuse me. And it's the same thing with Puig now. I don't get the same feeling with Mike Trout. I think he's really good. He's awesome. But it's not must-see TV. I don't mind watching the highlights because dude is crazy good. He tears my Seattle Mariners apart every time he plays them. But Puig, you just don't know what he's going to do. This dude scored. It's nuts. He scored on an infield single or a ground out, something like that. He scored from second base on ground out, which is just, you know, adding to the PuigMania legend. But yeah, what I think is I think he should have made the All-Star team. There's still a chance. There's there's an injury. He can get voted on by his manager from the National League. So we'll see. I really hope he gets a chance to get in there because he's awesome, man. I mean, the dude just tears it up. I wish Seattle would have went out and scouted and found him. I don't think we would have spent the money that the Dodgers did when they signed him without even seeing him, you know, work out or anything. They just heard all these stories about him and gave him a 7-year, $42 million deal. And I don't think Seattle's owners would have gone for that. But as you see, this video is getting ready to wrap up. Henry's actually facing the Giants right here. We got 2 outs, but look, we're in a little bit of trouble in this 2-run game. They've got the tying run in scoring position, so Henry's got to make a play. He's yet to give up a run the entire season so far. I mean, which is just unprecedented. He's been tearing it up. And look at that. We freeze the hitter at the plate, 101 miles an hour. We saved that win for Jeff Samardzija, who's very pleased. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Should Puig be an all-star? You know, who do you got winning the home run derby? I'm not sure. I think Pedro Alvarez has a good chance. I'm going to go with him because left-handed hitters just, I don't know, they tend to tear it up, and their swing is a lot more effortless than righties. So I'm going to go Pedro Alvarez. Let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe if you're new. Well over 200 plus subs now. That's what's up. But I'm going to get up out of here, all right? So I pull up to the house. Peace.